Hello, thanks for tuning in today. This is Solo Roman, and welcome to my third edition of my introductory videos to YouTube. This is the interior of my Class C motorhome, and I've done several things in here to make it more compatible to my needs, and I'm going to show you those today. I put one photo up on my TV screen here to show you what this looked like in the beginning. As you can see, there was a chair here, and I took that chair out and put that cabinet in. And that cabinet gives me a junk drawer and a little more storage space, and also my 2 solar batteries are in here. I'll do something on that later. But anyway, this was open in the front like all Class C's, and there's a loft area up there which was also a double bed. And I didn't need that, so I turned that into what I call my attic. And that's right on the other side of this wall that I built. I built this wall because I wanted the place to look more like a room to start with. Secondly, this gives me a lot of privacy. I don't have to put up and take down curtains and all that kind of stuff every time I get ready to go somewhere. So that was the reason for that, and I liked it quite a bit because I can do a little decoration like my Bass Ale mirror and my St. Pauli girl. Fixed a place to keep my hats and photos and stuff like that. I have some shelf areas up here. That's where I keep my spices. I don't know if you can see that. I have a bungee cord permanently installed across the front of those, and that holds it in there real good. And below that are my coffee cups, which there's a lip there so they can't get out. So this was a dinette set here, and I took that out because I really didn't need a dinette set. I have that TV tray right there. It's a big one. I bought it at Camping World. I think it cost me about 20 bucks. It's adjustable in height, and that works out real good for me to eat on or work on my laptop or just take notes or whatever I want to use it for. So that worked out real well. There was a vent up here with the skylight. I took that out because it was actually giving off too much light for me to deal with, and you couldn't even, if you wanted to take a little nap in the afternoon, you couldn't do it. It was like being out in the sun, so I had to get rid of that. But that's going to free up more space for 3 more 100-watt solar panels that I'm going to put up there down the road. And like all motorhomes, these are all fitted out with some real good cabinets and everything. The only reason I'm opening this one up is because I have this way of keeping stuff. Every one of my cabinets, I have these boxes, and I keep all my stuff in those boxes, and that keeps it from being untidy. And also, when you're out driving around in these motorhomes, it doesn't take anything to just jumble and mix things up and stuff inside doors to knock the doors open and stuff empty out on the floor. So I'm trying the best I can to have everything secure where I don't have such a mess to clean up every time I go somewhere. In this cabinet I put my microwave oven. It's a small one, 850 watt. I did everything I could to lower the energy needs of this van. I kept everything I could under 1,000 watts. That pops popcorn just fine, heats up a can of soup just fine. It probably doesn't do it as fast as one of those big 1,000 or 1,500 watt one, but it works just fine. In that cabinet right there I keep canned goods and miscellaneous. I put in this kind of sink right here with this removable faucet, and that works out real well. But I had actually planned to wash in this sink, and I thought I could rinse off with that, and it really didn't work out that well. So I have this this little thing right here. I took and bolted some plastic to the bottom of it so that I could set it here on the edge of the sink. And now I can wash and I can rinse, and then I can put it there for dry. Something else I've done is put these boxes back here. And I did take some Rust-Oleum yellow paint and try to paint them up a little bit so that they didn't just look like brown boxes sitting there. I don't know how successful I was, but there it is anyway. I'm really not a person that likes a whole lot of counter clutter, but in these motorhomes you really don't have a whole lot of choice. You have so much space to put stuff, and that's it. And this is just a 22 footer, by the way, so space is at its minimum. Something else I did, I like to keep things at my fingertips so that I don't have to move 10 things to get to one thing, or shuffle through drawers or whatever. These are carpenter belts. I've put up 2 of them so far, might put up another one. But they hold everything that I need to get to on a daily basis, like spatulas, scissors, toothpicks. There's some of that Gorilla Glue, the 2 sizes of measuring cups I use most often. There's some real spoons and knives and forks in here. I use plastic a lot of times, and especially in the future if I'm out boondocking or something, I use plastic due to shortages of water. But when I'm hooked up somewhere, I'll use real stuff. And over here I have another one. These are some tongs, a blade. I keep my loose change in these things, and then I roll that up, and usually I'll, like if I'm going to make a payment on a credit card or something, I'll take them that change I've collected up. Magnifying glass, looking at maps and stuff, that comes in real handy. So that's the way I organized all of that. Now, something else, I had bought, and I hope you can see that looking directly into the light, but I had purchased those new low energy lights to put all through here, and I just really didn't like them that much. It almost made me feel like I was going blind. Maybe I'll get a little more used to them down the road, but I put another real bulb over there on the end so that I could see. I still have those low energy bulbs up here at the front and under that shelf there. But I'll pay the extra 1 cent a week or whatever it costs to have that real light right now. Something else I did was block off the gas lines to these 2 back burners. I didn't need 4 burners on the stove. I'm not going to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner in here. And 2 burners was all I needed. So that gave me a little extra space here for like my coffee cup and coffee pot, and this is where this is how I filter water. And I keep extra water. These 3 jugs, I think I figured up it was 2.4 gallons when they're full. And I have 2 1-quart bottles inside my refrigerator, so that gives me about 3 gallons of filtered water at any one time. Actually more if I have this almost full like it is right now. So I'm going to turn here and look at the refrigerator. I took out the RV refrigerator that was in here. I really didn't care for the way that it works, and watching other people's videos, I think that one worked fine. It was just that it's a different system. It's not a compressor. It's more like a heat pump, and it just doesn't work that well. So I took it out and put this one in. Now I lost space because of that, but I picked up this extra area down here that I use for storage also. I've got some of those packages of food and some couple of pots and pans in there. So since I lost that freezer space and refrigerator space, I installed this ice machine. Now this is where that small sink was, and I really didn't need it. This sink over here is only like 6 feet away. So I put this ice machine in here, and that's worked out real well. So so far. Now I'm going to do a little more tour of the back right here, but since I closed off that other sink over there, that's the reason I put this mirror up here, so I can brush teeth or whatever in the morning looking at that mirror there. So I want to show you a photo now of what the rear looked like before I changed it. Okay, so this photo here is looking toward the rear of the motorhome, and this is the sink and stuff that you've seen, and there are two eyes I blocked off. This was a double bed back here in this corner, and of course then there's the toilet and the shower. But what I did back here, I took that curtain down that was here, and these two braces up at the top, you can see where I took out the air conditioner. That worked real well, but again, it was a power hog, and I was trying to get this motorhome down to where I could just plug into a house and not have any issues with that 30 amp blowing circuits. So that's where that air conditioner was, and I took it out, and it's all sealed up real good on the top. And in my second video I showed where I had that luggage carrier up there where I keep what I call my prepper tools. But I put this bracing, two of them here, these angle irons, just to add a little security to that ceiling, because I think this luggage carrier I have up at the top is going to end up being heavier than that air conditioner. So the only reason for that is for a little extra strength and support there. It came in handy too, because like if I'm doing laundry and stuff, I can hang clothes and until I get ready to put them away. So this is where this bed was, and I cut out this rectangle here so that I could step in a little further. But that was a double bed, but I've turned that into a closet where I can keep clothes, shoes, my scuba diving stuff is back there, my buddy heater, some of those extra cylinders, just different stuff like that. And it's also where I mounted my air conditioner. And that air conditioner is 850 watts, also staying below the 1,000 watt threshold that I was trying to keep everything under. Now down there is the heater I've been using. Now of course that goes up to 1,500 watts. It has two settings like most of these little heaters do, but it's worked real well on the coldest nights that we have here in Birmingham. I don't know if that would work in Wisconsin or not, but it works here. And of course there's the shower. It's small, but it's real adequate to me, and I've had no problem with the 6 gallons of hot water that I have. As a matter of fact, this morning I washed dishes with the hot water and immediately got in the shower and still had enough hot water for a shower. So I'm real pleased with that. And I put this bar up here to hold a wet towel until it dries a little bit. And something else I did back here, I bought these little compartmented plastic things at Walmart, and I don't remember how much they were. I don't know, $4 or $5, but anyway, they keep everything separated and handy that I can get to it. And up here I've mounted with that double-sided 3M tape my battery charger. I use all rechargeable batteries now, and that's a whole lot better than buying those things that they're expensive. Those throwaway batteries are expensive, and they don't last that long to me. Especially you're in trouble if you forget to turn a flashlight off or whatever you're using, and then that battery goes dead and it's done with. If I do that with rechargeables, then all I have to do is charge them back up, and you can do that a lot of times. I don't know how many, but these batteries have lasted me a long time, and I can charge AAAs, AA's, or D batteries in here. And just a little more photos of some trips I took. That was a couple of scuba diving trips. And so I think that's probably getting to be about it as far as the interior goes. I'm going to go over the energy I use a little more in depth in the next video, and then that'll be the end of these introductory videos. And today's Monday, and I'm leaving here Friday morning, I hope, and so maybe I can start getting in some travel videos and do a couple of cooking videos and, you know, stuff like that might interest you folks. Hope it does. Oh, there was something else I wanted to show you too. I had a 0-degree sleeping bag that I really didn't want to get rid of, and I really didn't have any place to store it, so I took it and mounted it on the other side of this curtain, and I can pull that up and move it out of the way. But anyway, that's ended up being a real good insulation when I was trying to cool the place or heat the place. And just one other little thing, I've rigged up this low energy fan, which is sit there and blow onto the bed. And I reconfigure these cushions over here. I'll stack 2 of them there and put my pillow on the top of them, and it makes a real comfortable place to lounge and watch TV or whatever. And then with this little fan blowing on me, that makes it even more comfortable. So that's about all I can think of right now. If there are any questions, please ask. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in just a couple of days. Thank you.